and an early morning crossing. I'm not sure I'm going to keep my feet dry, but I'll give it a try. Those were very wobbly rocks, but I managed. Feet dry. Woo! Good morning. It is day 31. Yesterday I climbed Mount Baden-Powell. It was a really windy day, but nice weather. Didn't take as long to get up as I was expecting, so that was pretty cool. Beautiful views up top. Down below was covered in clouds, so I love being above the clouds. The descent down, nowhere near as bad as I've been led to believe from reports. Ice axe not required. It was no worse than anything I've been on already. But it was a slow descent. There was a lot of slow snow for a long time. Then it was a big uphill, couple of snow patches which were a bit dodgy, and then a long tiring downhill. It's just one of those hills where you have to concentrate so hard. Crossed the road, neat little section, and then down to Devil's something car park. Met a lady who's waiting for her son and his girlfriend, who was late and was meant to have been there a long time ago. So I let her know where they weren't, and then continued on. There was a closure because of the frogs, yellow-legged frogs. So the first track closure we've had. So it was a road walk, and on that road walk I saw a ute and a whole lot of people talking. Went past it, and there was Water and Johan, sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, and three guys. They were doing trail magic. So I sat down, they gave me a Pepsi and a banana, and they were great fun. They told me the story of when they met the other two. They drove past and said, "Do you want a Pepsi?" And Water, thinking they were asking for Pepsi, said, "No, I don't have any, but I can give you some water." Such a lovely gesture. So they're in hysterics. So I suggested to her that Water is a new trail name, which she likes. I was there. It was an hour and a half because the conversation was so good. And then they pulled out this birthday cake, beautifully decorated. So we cut that up. I had two huge slices of it. And then I walked with the other two to the campground. We overshot slightly, but that was cool. Yeah, and then camped up for the night. This is neat. Today is walking back onto the official trail, and then it's a day of some ups and downs and arounds. Nothing special. We're by crisscrossing over the road for a bit, and then break out into the wilderness. So body's feeling good after the climb and the snow yesterday. Feet seem okay with the new shoes. Yeah. This has been a neat little section of trail. Downhill all the way, and I think I'm getting pretty close to where it rejoins the PCT. Woohoo! It's a log crossing, nice big log. Alright, this is it. I am back on trail. Woohoo! There's the PCT sign. That's the one. Okay, now the trail miles start counting again. Another river crossing. Oh, hey. This is a nice section. The river's just to my left, or stream. So we're following the stream uphill. Some of the track is nice and wide like this. Some of it's a bit narrower, but generally pretty good condition. and there was one steeper bit, but now it's at a pretty good gradient. This is Cooper Canyon Trail Camp, and a little toilet, lots of flat areas. We're also on the Silver Moccasin Trail. We've just climbed up out of the valley and now heading up to the ridgeline, and first views of the day. It's not a long distance view, big mountain over there. Woohoo! Neat looking rock up there. So I think we're climbing up the ridgeline for a bit now. It's panorama of the morning, so that's where I've come from. That's the valley I was walking down for a while. And heading along the side of the hill. I just met a guy who is walking the trail with his dog. His dog's a service dog, a herring dog, so therefore he's allowed it in the national parks. He did the Appalachian Trail last year, and it's not a especially sporty or fit looking dog, but it's chugging away behind him, so that's pretty cool. Be nice to do the trail with your dog, but you can't have dogs in national parks here. And another road crossing. I think I've got a couple more to go before we finally leave the road alone. And off we go again. Oh, that's a nice view. And another road crossing. Ooh, I just gave myself a big fright. I went over on my ankle, on my left ankle, and somehow as I was going down I twisted my right knee. It was sore for a bit. I sat there for a minute, and then I've just got up and started walking, and it feels okay, which is a relief. The calf seems a little stretched, but the knee itself seems fine, so phew! And it's on a good piece of trail, which is often what happens because you don't concentrate as much on the nice trail, so that's where you get taken unawares and trip over a tiny weeny little rock. Yeah, wow. Injury is my biggest scare out here, so stuff like that happens. I have a momentary panic attack before I then stand up and realise that actually I'm okay. Wow, don't know what's happening today. I just took a tumble. It's my first full-on fall. This is one of the reasons I carry my hiking poles like I do, because as I fell meant that my hands were free on the ground. So slightly skinned elbow, palm and knee, but surprisingly no blood, because I tend to bleed if a branch even looks at me. There might be blood on that. It's starting to appear. So that's my knee. The palm's looking pretty good, and the elbow not too bad. So came through it safely, but wow, maybe I need to pay a bit more attention. I've just had a break, so it's not that I'm tired. This is a dangerous little piece of track. Oh, so here is another milestone. 400 miles. Yay! 2,265 miles to go. Not far. You can never have too many 400-mile markers. There you go. Lucky number 4 marker for 400 miles. Camp Glenwood. Toilet down there. Oh, and we've got a 400.9 to Mexico, 2259.1 to Canada. Woohoo! And another road crossing. There's a toilet and a bin up there. I emptied my rubbish at the campground. And PCT that away. You can see it along the side of the hill. Looks like we're on the road for a little bit. Well, pretty disused road. It's nice on this side in the pine trees. Seems a popular spot for camping lodges. I can see another one over there. That's the road down there. And this is the last crossing of this road. From here, we head away from the road. Looks like we separate from the white silver Mossican trail. It goes that way, and PCT this way. Picnic area there, and I joined two other hikers. I got my stuff out for lunch, but it's really windy there. It's quite a cool wind, so I've decided I'm going to push on a bit longer, find a nice sheltered spot to stop and have lunch. Little pink and blue ribbons on the trees. Not sure what it is. Maybe a race of some sort, but hard to tell. Pleasant View Ridge Wilderness. Oh, wow, flowers. I haven't seen flowers, it seems like days. Look at that. Colour. Woohoo! It's a decent sized lizard. All the ones I've been seeing recently have been teeny little things, so yay, different terrain, back to the bigger lizards. Looks like art. That's beautiful. Look at that. This has been a busy section. I talked about the couple that were at the picnic tables. There was another guy who I've seen on and off who left just as I arrived. As I was sitting down to have lunch, the Brit guy who I met quite a while ago, he came up. Unfortunately, he's been off trail with a potential stress fracture. It's not a good thing to have. Then the couple from the picnic table passed me, and now I've just passed them. So a few more people on the trail this afternoon. Now it's a steady downhill for quite a while, and then almost flat, but slightly down. But you know, the contour lines are so far apart, it's practically flat, and that'll be unusual. It's the first time I've managed to get a cricket that's sitting still. Ooh, flowers! As I said before when I saw the red one, it's been so long since I've seen flowers. This has been the most perfect downhill. Good condition trail, not steep enough to hurt my knees, but still steep enough to give me a little assist as I'm walking along. It's nice. Both signposts have the Pacific Crest marker on them. Okay, time for the map. It's a new flower. Haven't had the one with the orange in the middle. So now purple and yellow. There is a poodle dog warning in effect along here, but once again I think it was 2018 they had a real problem and most of it's gone away. Ooh, and a snag hazard. That's the first sign I've seen like that. Whew. Back into the drier terrain now. Lovely grassy section, little oasis amongst all the dry. These are cute. I don't remember if I've seen these or not, but I like them. Love the inside, it's got a little bit of crimson as well as the yellow in it. They're cute. Just this one small patch. It's the only patch I've seen. Definitely climbed a long way. Way down the valley. Way down there. I've just been zigzagging, coming around up this hill. There's still a little bit more climbing to do. I think I'm going around and climb up quite close to it. But the gradient hasn't been too bad, so the climbing's been pretty steady. It's a little overgrown around here. Oh. Yes! Lone little spots of colour. These are bushy ones. Look at that. Heaps of them. That looks like grey clouds ahead. Yuck! Now goes around the side of that hill. Come around the corner out of the rocky area, and then we're in this beautiful little forest. Hard to believe we're on the top of the mountain. It's just gorgeous. A little windy and still grey sky. So it's a little bit early to stop. I'm still feeling pretty good. So I'm going to keep pushing on a bit more. It's a big town I can see just between the trees and big flats, and then it's just hills and hills and hills stretching into the distance. Beautiful at this time of night. Not sure if the camera will show it with the it's just beautiful. This is one of those spots we can see the trail for miles, so it's going around that hill, goes ducks into the valley, and then it's coming along this hill all the way along around back to there. Ooh, it's the poodle dog. That's the closest I've seen it to the trail. Still no risk of actually touching it, but yeah. It's a steady drop now. The desert out there. Yeah, just continuing to drop. Path is quite nice. A few little rocky bits, but generally pretty good. As you can see, it's a little cold standing here waiting for the sun.
A little bit.
But it's worth it because these views are beautiful.